I love Minecraft and I love Pokemon, so when you fuse the two together, you get PIXELMON. I have 3 goals: defeat a boss, defeat the baddest gym trainer of all time, and finally collect 100 Pokemon. Let's get this started. I think there's only one starter Pokemon we can pick, and that is your boy, Charmander. Because I do want the Charizard. Look at these Pokemon, bro. Who are you? Look how big this guy is. Day 1, and I'm not gonna lie, I was just fanboying the whole day. I love Minecraft and I love Pokemon. And I found a little dry patch within Minecraft, but I was starting to play Pokemon Go, and then I thought, why don't I just fuse the two together and have a great time? So this is why I done this 100-day series, because I enjoyed PIXELMON in recent times when I started playing it, and I started actually watching it, and I thought, why didn't I just make this as a video? It gives me a purpose to play it. And having Charmander as my first pick really set the tone of this 100 days. But after my first fight, I got into getting some tools, getting some stone tools, and just building my way up through the Minecraft part of it. So then, when it comes to getting more Pokeballs and getting the materials that I need, it was easy enough. I stole this villager's house, and then I got into day 2. This is when I started to explore, and I did find a Pokemon that I actually didn't know I wanted until I found him. And that was Magikarp. And why do I want the Magikarp? It is the worst Pokemon. Well, if you don't know Pokemon, he turns into a Gyarados. And it was fun to have him because he is my big boy, is what I called him. Because he evolves and he becomes absolutely dangerous to any other Pokemon and every battle. Day 3, and I wanted to learn how to battle, how to actually fight other Pokemon. So getting my Charmander and the Magikarp just to fight other Pokemon, see how it all works, so I can learn and improve before day 100. Day 4, and I decided to explore, and I actually found a Pokestop. And also I found a legendary Pokemon at day 4. So this was very tough because I didn't have a lot of Pokeballs. So capturing this legendary was going to be terrible for me. But hopefully I can strike a bit of luck and get it. Please. Please. No! I thought I had it! Okay. Day 5 and 6, I went to find a new place to call home. Because the original part I had didn't have a Pokeshop and it only had the healer part of it. I needed to find a really good area for me to be set for this next 100 days. And I think I found it. Day 7, and I found another Pokestop close to where I was at, which was really good because I had 2 different types of gym trainers that I could come up against, and they were right by each other. But I also needed to buy some Pokeballs, so that's exactly what I did on day 7. Day 8 to 10, I gathered some wood to start my first ever base on this 100 days. Yes, it's not the best, and I'm not the best builder, and I will eventually change my starter base. But I needed something just to call home and just to have with all my chests that I gather, because there's a lot of items you get just from the Pokestops and the villages that you pick up from. Day 11 to 15, I was battling, leveling up and adding some new Pokemon to my team, which is Quagsire and Slowpoke. This was because I needed some higher level Pokemon so I could rank up my Charmander and Magikarp very quickly. I also found my first trainer, and we had my first ever battle against the level 20 trainer. And yes, I gotta admit, I did lose that battle. That Taurus was absolutely insane. He destroyed my whole team. But that just meant I need to rank up, level up, and keep improving every single time I played this game. Day 16, and 2 important things happened. I finally got Charmander up to Charmeleon, which is amazing for me. But I also found my first epic boss. And you know, I had to try to destroy him. So I sent out Charmeleon just to see how this would go. But the level Pokemon that I was coming up against was way higher than what I had, and this Houndoom destroyed my whole entire team. Day 17 to 25, I was feeling kind of confident that I would be able to defeat my arch nemesis at the end of this 100 days. And this was because I knew I had a long way to go, but I had a lot of time. And exactly what I used that was to grind and level up my Pokemon each and every single day, so I could get this big boy. Gyarados is one of my favourite Pokemon alongside Charmander and a Gengar. But I can't get a Gengar, that only because you have to trade a Hunter just to get a Gengar. And I'm in a single player world, I cannot do that. It sucks, but I at least have 2 of my favourite Pokemon in my team. Day 26 to 30, I continued to grow my Pokemon and capture some higher level Pokemon. I already went up from level 10s to level 20s, but I needed to start to get up to level 30s, 40s, and then actually 50s. This was because the Pokemon were getting harder as I was leveling up, and I needed to make sure I could continue beating every single trainer and every single Pokemon that came in my way. So I got myself a Viper and I just used him for the next couple of days just so I could get a feel of how a high level Pokemon can destroy a lower level Pokemon. Day 31 to 35, I went to find the gym that I was going to be up against for this next 100 days. I travelled for a long time through ice biomes, through the desert, through forest, just to try to find this one guy that I needed to beat. And there he is. The trainer, my arch nemesis, the worst guy in the entire world. I will defeat you by this 100 days. Mark my words. Day 36, and I tried to get an Arbok. I also found this little town while I was on my way back to my base, and I found an enchantment table and some weird statue. But it was pretty good and pretty cool to see. This started to help me improve day by day by having better Pokemon. Day 40 to 65, and over these next 25 days, I knew I needed to level up my Pokemon. That trainer I need to beat is a level 80. He's going to have way better Pokemon than all mine put together. So I needed to make sure I leveled up my whole team. I also found a shiny Diglett. I found this pretty cool, and I thought I should just add this into the video. That's my first shiny. And a pink Diglett, who's not going to love that? I've showed you a lot of fighting in this video, so I'll just quickly skip over what happened. I found a few other Pokemon higher levels to boost my team. I also found a legendary Pokemon, and it's sad to say I couldn't catch this Pokemon again. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get a legendary, but I hope I can get one because I think that'll give me better odds to beating this trainer. Oh, that was enough. Charizard, let's go! Day 66, and Charmeleon evolved into a Charizard, which is huge. Because of a few reasons. He can actually fly. But as you just seen, I actually died the first time I tried flying. It was terrible. But then we moved quickly on to day 67. I fought another boss and I lost again. This guy was crazy as well. And the purpleness of it just put me off. My team was definitely not ready for that level 80 trainer. Day 68 to 75, I found a lot of new ores that I didn't even know. Like I found amethyst type things, spheres, rubies. I didn't even know these were in the game until just now. But I got a lot more iron, some gold, and I was hoping and praying to get some diamonds. I needed better tools so I could get better materials for my build because I wanted to get a lot. And I actually found diamonds. It was crazy, and I was very happy because I didn't find just one, I found at least 6. I made enough tools for me to get through these next 100 days, and I also enchanted them later on in this series, just because I needed better tools so I could mine for my house. But then I also found my highest level Pokemon, a level 73 Knucklesack, whatever his name was, I can't even pronounce it properly, but I actually got him, which was insane, because the higher level Pokemon I will come up against in the wild is going to be a lot better since he is my highest level Pokemon. Day 76, and I made an enchantment room. I don't really know if you could call it an enchantment room, but I just made an enchantment table with some books around it in the desert because I wanted to get a bit of enchantments on the diamond tools that I just had so I can harvest the materials that I need a lot quicker. Day 77 to 80, I gathered a lot of materials like wood and cobblestone because these were the main things I needed for my build. I gotta admit, I did look on a tutorial on YouTube because I am the worst builder and I just wanted a good starter base for this series because I needed something to call home. I needed something to be mine. So that's what I did for the next 3 days, is get materials, build my base, and just transfer everything over so I have my whole house set up for me. Okay, so this is my house. I just built it, I'll give you a tour. The roof doesn't look great, I'll be honest, but I've never been good at roofs. I'm actually kind of happy with how the actual design of the house. So, we have an upstairs and a downstairs. You come right here, here's the stairs, but below it is a chest, nothing in it right now. Then we come into here. We have barrels for extra storage just in the floor. I think it adds a little cool design. Then a door going into the little underground area. Furnaces, crafting tables, storage, chests, barrels, everything that you would need. Then let's go upstairs. And we have a fence just so, no kids fall off, Little gate. Here's some barrels for extra storage. And then here's the beds with more barrels. So this is the inside. And yeah, that is my house. I think it's actually one of the better starter houses I've ever done. Day 82 to 86, I went to the Nether. I completely forgot the Nether existed, and I wanted to see what it was like in PIXELMON. Because there isn't any zombies, so it's very hard for me to die. I found a weird Pokemon. Yeah, he was strange. Fought him, but defeated him with ease. I also found a Bastion, which was insane, because I didn't know what type of loot I would find there. And it was pretty good. I didn't know what to do with much of it, but it was good. I almost nearly died as well. Oh my, I thought I just died. Yeah, that was kind of insane. I was so close to death. I didn't even mean to do that. I couldn't find my way home, so I just made a new Nether portal and just got myself back to my base. Day 87 to 90, I explored, found another legendary, but I definitely didn't have any luck of catching a legendary within this 100 days. But I knew time was getting close and I needed to fight my trainer. So I was getting to level up my Pokemon, making sure that I was most prepared as I could be, because this guy was on my case. Day 91, and I travelled to this new dimension. I seen these portals opening up throughout the whole series, but I didn't know where they actually were. So as I had Charizard, I flew straight into that entire realm. I had no idea what I was going into, and I thought I was going to find some crazy Pokemon. But I just had to fight 5 Pokemon at one go. It was insane. I had no chance of beating any of these Pokemon. But it did send me back home and everything seemed to work out fine. Day 92 to 95, I decided that I had to grind and level up my Pokemon as much as possible. Charmander was one of the biggest hitters I have and he was only a level 40. I needed to make sure I got him up to at least a level 70 something. So that's what I did for the next 3 days. Day 96, I'm here at the gym and I need to make sure I beat this guy. So let's actually get into it. I'm kind of nervous and I don't feel fully prepared because I couldn't get everyone up to the level I wanted to. But Charizard, you are my guy. Let's do this. So I decided to fight him and yeah, it's going okay so far. You have a Clefable, my Charmander's doing pretty good. My Charizard, he decides to just, knock him out. But this next Pokemon was pretty difficult. I didn't know what to do. He just destroyed my Charizard with one hit. So I had to bring out my next other best Pokemon and I nearly got one-tapped again. And that was kind of the story of this battle. I'm sorry that it's not, a graceful ending where I just defeat him and we go on riding off into the sunset. This guy was tough and I didn't have enough time to get my Pokemon to the level I wanted to. I think if I had a legendary, I would have been able to do it. But I couldn't. And I was very sad. So it's not all doom or gloom. I have one more goal to finish this video. I need to get 100 Pokemon by the end of the 100 days. I have 3 days left, which is around about 30 minutes in real life, to get another 70 Pokemon. Can I do it? Let's find out. We need to go right now. So with day 97 to 100, as I said, I need to catch 100 Pokemon. I needed to get a lot more because throughout this series I didn't catch a lot because I didn't have enough money for Pokeballs and I didn't really craft many. So I just went around chucking as many Pokeballs as I had at every single low level Pokemon so I knew I had a better chance of capturing them. And this was the end. I had 63 out of 100. So I actually think I done pretty good since I was rushing at the end. And it's annoying that I couldn't get the 100 Pokemon I wanted, but I had a very good time catching these Pokemon and having a really good time with over this 100 days. So I achieved 1 of 3 goals. I defeated a boss. It wasn't an epic boss, but it was still a boss. I only got 63 out of 100 Pokemon and I lost the battle to my worst enemy. Sad times, but I did have fun and I did enjoy this 100 days. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching.